It took just 1 year for Slybeam to get 11 million views and 185,000 new subscribers on their YouTube channel. And I'm going to show you why. All right, welcome back to another vlog, everyone. I think it's vlog 16. I'm starting to lose count of these in my 100-day YouTube video content challenge. I know it's a mouthful. And we hit 1,000 subscribers. 1st of March, we set off. We've had 28,000 views since the 1st of March. It's crazy. So thank you all so much. But today I wanted to talk about the time that I pulled off a miracle. Yeah, that's right. So it was end of last year. We were just launching the channel around November 16th. And I really took a lot of inspiration from the founder of the YouTube channel, Slybeam. His name's Kaya. Slybeam, if you don't know, it's a really cool startup. I'll link it above and below with an amazing YouTube channel where they talk about startup-related information, questions answered, all that good stuff, basically. I highly recommend you go and give him a sub. But I was really inspired by their founder, Kaya, and what he's done with the channel. So I wanted to see if I could reach out to him. So I simply did. That's literally did. I simply asked him, hey, Kaya, can I chat to you on a Zoom video a recorded video, and then make a YouTube video about it? And you know what he said? Yes. So that's one little hint I want to chuck in there before I move on. If there's anyone you admire and you want to get hold of, make a YouTube video about, just reach out. Who knows, maybe you want to talk to me, just reach out. I will most likely say yes, as Kaya did. Super cool of him. I made a YouTube video about that. I'll link it above. It's a long one. So actually, that's why today I wanted to do a summary of my highlights and takeaways from our conversation. And it's also a podcast. And I'll link the podcast below and you can listen to it later. Perfect. Anyway, I want to give you the summary as quick as possible today in the short vlog from that interview about how they hacked YouTube, how they engineered it to work for them in their business, and also give you a few hints of how it's worked for us just in the last 2 weeks, where our channel's grown 250 new subscribers in just like 2 weeks or so. Let's go. All right, so the first thing is taking a keyword first approach to deciding what videos to make. So what you can do here is simply go on Google Analytics, Google Trends, on their keyword search functions, and just type in specific keywords and see what kind of search volumes they're getting. You can also find like associated keyword search volumes. I'll link a video below, which is really informative about how to use Google Analytics. It's free if you have a Google account, and it's really, really insightful. You can get a lot of information. It can also be information overload. So you kind of need to go in with an idea of what you're looking for and basically find out what your kind of target audience is searching for. Also, what topics are trending in your sort of industry or your topic area, basically. So what Slybeam did is they realized that people were searching for pitch deck. They are a pitch deck making company. So they thought, let's make really good videos that describe how to make a pitch deck, for example, and what should go into that, right? And what I've taken from their advice, actually, and what we've actually implemented with the LUNICORN, is to look at both what keywords, what topics are trending, and then specifically cross-referencing that to the same kind of search results in YouTube and seeing which keywords have the least sexy YouTube videos, basically. Which keywords have YouTube videos that are, that could be done better. The thumbnails aren't that great. They might still have like 100,000 or 1 million views, but we can do the thumbnail better. We can do the content better and making the videos for the underserved spaces, basically. And what Slybeam did as well is they started out niche by focusing specific towards pitch presentations and advice. Now, naturally, if you do that with your topic area of your company or your expertise, you might start to hit a glass ceiling. You start to realize that you've made all the videos you can make, right? What Slybeam did, which is brilliant, is they realized that they broadened the scope of their videos. So they released a second playlist called Company Forensics, which were targeted at a broader audience, which still brought in some of their customers and some of the people that they wanted to convert to customers, but it helped them grow their channel quicker, therefore also engineering YouTube to show them to more people. Another thing is also having a good on-camera presence, right? Now, this doesn't go for everyone, but trying to engage and connect with an audience. Kaya, for example, he's a CEO of a startup, so obviously people connect with this guy. He probably has been through sleepless nights and a no income, no salary. Same thing for me. I've been a CEO of a startup. I am still. I've been a venture capitalist. I've been an angel investor. So I've sort of seen the industry from all sides. So I would hope that people can connect with me and go, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about, really, and he can talk about it from a position of authenticity and actually genuinely just give some good tips and advice around his experiences. And Kai does a great job of that. Another one is how important the thumbnail is. We at LUNICORN have discovered this too. to, that the thumbnail is really important, because if you think about people when they scroll around YouTube, whether they're on their phone or their laptop or their iPad, the thumbnails are typically very small. The only time you ever really see a big thumbnail is when you're on their actual channel page, and even still they're quite small. So you have to have something that's easily digestible, as quick as possible, that's catchy, that draws you in, not too much text, not too much happening. And I think Slidebeam have executed that perfectly. And we've taken inspiration from that by kind of trying to engineer our thumbnails to be very sort of simple. We've tried both. So for the vlogs, there are a bit more, things happening. It's my face smiling and a topic name and title. And then obviously for some of our interviews, it's simply just a catchphrase and a a person's face as well. And the bottom line Kai always said is that just make it watchable. The content really talks for itself. So if you make good content that's got a good structure, a good storyline, people will watch it. And I think my own tip to that is I was struggling with storytelling. I didn't really have any storytelling experience or understanding. So I actually did a course, and I'll link it below. It's Colin and Samir, they're YouTubers. I'll link their channel too. They're really great guys. They do fantastic interviews and podcasts, as well as videos about other YouTubers and why they're successful. So this is a bit inspired from what they do, actually, funnily enough. Anyway, they have a really good course. I highly recommend it. It's quite affordable. It's like under $100, and it takes you through the storytelling process. I won't give away any spoilers, but it's really valuable, and it's what Rufus and I use on all our videos today. One thing I also want to mention to any sort of aspiring YouTubers or channels out there is that the growth, now we're in the really early days of our growth. We just hit 1,000 subs, which to me a few months ago seemed like unimaginable, and now we're there, and I'm thinking, wow, what's the next milestone, right? But it hasn't been constant growth. You don't just get into a stage of momentum and it's linear. Same thing for Slidebeam. Slidebeam said that they had actually 2014 to 2019, I think it was. Their channel literally had a few thousand subscribers, and they tried different things, but nothing worked. 2019 was when they had their first kind of hit, and it's actually very much down to you have these breakaway videos that you'll make. And the breakaway videos are the ones that are really smartly engineered around having a topical keyword that is trending at the time, making the right kind of balance of thumbnail versus storyline versus messaging versus even title, catchy title for people to click on. All of that stuff contributes to making a video successful, right? And you can't expect that every video you release every day or week or month is going to be as equally as successful and bring in as many views as the last ones. So Slidebeam also admitted that their growth has been, steps in stages, basically. And I've noticed that too. In our small amount of growth and our viewerships and subscribers, we've had a massive burst now, and I hope that continues for as long as possible. But there's no guarantee. We might plateau when it comes to summer. We might have to rethink things, and that's when Slidebeam very smartly decided to introduce new playlists, and they've done that now. I've seen them testing new things recently. They tested a 5-minute tech news channel. I think that's a really great idea. So always be in a state of exploration and experimentation, because just because you have a winning formula doesn't mean it'll be a winning formula forever. And don't become complacent, I think, is the best advice I can say. We've tried and pivoted so many different things, different colors, thumbnails, channel titles, you name it. So right now what I'm sticking with is a 100-day video challenge, and that's my last tip, actually: consistency over time. We've heard this time and time again from YouTubers that being consistent, releasing videos at the same time, on the same day of the same week, month, year, all the time is what YouTube kind of acknowledges as someone who's committed to the platform, right? So I committed to this 100-day YouTube video challenge where I'm going to upload a vlog every single day. Some days those vlogs are a lot more informative. Some days are a bit more entertaining. I'm outside here in Lisbon, so it's a Lisbon vlog meets innovation vlog. But I've already noticed that literally, and this will be the 17th one I'm uploading, we've seen 250 subscribers. We've seen almost 30,000 views. So, and I found that interesting because I also tried to find out how many videos Slidebeam had released in 2020. And I counted 108 videos, which basically is like, one every 3 days or something like that. So so they've been pretty consistent, like, say 3 a week or something like that. So whatever works for you, set out small and build up. I've done both ways. I've set out with trying to do videos every day and failed. I've set out trying to do videos every 2 weeks and failed. Now this 100-day challenge, I lowered the threshold to the level of quality that I think I can deliver, but still get the maximum output and reach. And that's my last recommendation as well. Don't fuss over the quality of the videos. Make sure, as long as it's obviously HD and above, 1080p and above, it's not too shaky. There's a bit of a storyline and a narrative. There's good audio. That's like one of the #1 things is good audio. Having a good audio setup. I'm using my Zoom H6 here, plugged into a mic here. You know, I also have other audio setups. I've got 2 lights here. I mean, the whole lighting thing doesn't really matter that much, to be honest. Some YouTubers have amazing setups. Some have very bad setups. But it's all about the message that you're sending, the thumbnail that you deliver, and it's about the packaging. It's the whole thing. So take a more holistic approach to your YouTube video creation process and take inspiration for what's working on other channels. I take a lot of inspiration from Slidebeam. Thank you again, Kaya, for sharing your thoughts with us. I will link the longer form video above. And remember, there's a podcast of that interview as well. That's all I wanted to say today. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you have any comments, please feel free to write them in the comments below. I'll pin the best ones and try to respond to all of them as soon as I can. And hey, I want to leave you with one last tip. Going back to the beginning here, if there's someone you want to talk to or someone you want to get advice from, just ask. You never know what they might say. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.